5 first aid skills could save a life today. Most people go through life never expecting an emergency, but emergencies don't ask for permission. A coworker collapses, a child cuts themselves, or someone suddenly stops breathing. In those first few minutes, what you do can mean the difference between life and death. You don't need to be a doctor or carry special equipment. All it takes are a few practical first aid skills that anyone can learn. Today, I'll show you the top 5. They're simple, proven, and truly life-changing when seconds count. Imagine you're at a family gathering and someone slumps over. No warning, no sound. Cardiac arrest is one of the biggest killers, and it often happens outside hospitals. Survival depends on the closest person. That person could be you. Check for responsiveness, call their name, and if there's no breathing, start CPR. Lock your hands, push hard and fast in the center of the chest, about 2 inches deep, 100 to 120 times per minute, the rhythm of staying alive. If trained, give 2 rescue breaths after 30 compressions. If not, hands-only CPR still saves lives. Every minute without CPR cuts survival by up to 10%. If an AED, automated external defibrillator, is nearby, use it. Open the case, follow the prompts, and let it shock. CPR keeps oxygen flowing. The AED can restart the heart. Together, they're lifesavers. Now think about severe bleeding, a knife slip, a car crash. Heavy bleeding can kill in under 5 minutes. Rule number 1, apply pressure. Use cloth, bandages, even your shirt. Don't stop, don't peek. If it soaks through, add more layers. If bleeding won't stop, use a tourniquet above the wound and tighten until it slows. Painful, but better than losing a life. Blood loss can look manageable, then suddenly turn deadly. Pale skin, weakness, collapse, it can sneak up fast. That's why waiting isn't an option. Firm pressure, quick action, that's what keeps someone alive until help arrives. Burns are more common than people think. They don't just come from fires, they can happen in kitchens, camping trips, or even from a hot drink. The danger isn't just the burn itself, but how you treat it. The wrong move can make things worse. Here's what works. Never use ice. It damages skin and slows healing. Instead, run the burn under cool water for 10 to 20 minutes to draw out heat and limit damage. Don't pop blisters. They're the body's natural bandage. Breaking them opens the door to infection. Cover the burn loosely with a clean cloth or sterile dressing. Forget the old myths. Butter and toothpaste trap heat and bacteria. If the burn is severe, charred skin, white patches, or large coverage, that's an emergency. Cool it briefly, cover it lightly, and seek help immediately. Smoke inhalation burns are even more dangerous and demand urgent care. Severe burns can also trigger shock, dropping blood pressure and causing collapse, sometimes minutes later. Now picture a restaurant scene. The person across from you suddenly clutches their throat, unable to speak or breathe. That's choking, and it can kill in minutes. If they can cough, let them try. If they can't, act fast. Stand behind, wrap your arms around their waist, make a fist above the belly button, and thrust inward and upward, the Heimlich maneuver. Repeat until the object clears or they collapse. If they lose consciousness, begin CPR and check the airway between compressions. For infants under 1, use 5 back blows and 5 gentle chest thrusts. The silence of choking is the real danger. Without quick action, time runs out fast. And then there's shock, the hidden killer. Even after bleeding stops or burns are treated, shock can take over. The signs: pale, clammy skin, weakness, confusion, or faintness. It happens when blood flow to organs drops, and it can follow trauma, burns, allergies, or internal bleeding. Call for help immediately, lay the person flat, raise their legs about a foot if possible, and keep them warm with a blanket or coat. Don't give food or water. Instead, stay calm and reassure them. Panic speeds shock up. The frightening part is how sudden it strikes. Someone may look stable, then crash within minutes. Recognizing it fast is the difference between life and death. That's why spotting shock and acting early is just as critical as CPR or stopping bleeding. You're keeping them alive long enough for professionals to take over. Now, step back and see the bigger picture. 5 simple skills can turn anyone into a lifesaver. CPR to keep the heart pumping, stopping bleeding before time runs out, cooling and protecting burns, clearing a choking airway, and recognizing shock, the silent killer. You don't need to be a doctor, you just need to act. Emergencies don't wait for professionals. They strike in kitchens, offices, and parks, right in front of people who never expected it. In that moment, it could be you. If this was valuable, hit subscribe. We're building a library of life-saving knowledge. Share this with family and friends, because the more people who know, the more lives will be saved. And remember, in an emergency, what you do in the first few minutes can change everything.